Good evening, and welcome to Upper St. Clair High School's production of White Christmas. I am Alexa Rigger, the student director.
I'm Zach Heckler, and I'm the student producer. White Christmas is a show featuring the music of Irving Berlin based on the 1954 Paramount production of the same name.
Each year, the musical company chooses a charity to donate to that is close to our hearts. This year, we have chosen the American Cancer Society in honor of Mrs. Swan and in memory of Mrs. Catherine Piquel. Following the performance, cast members will have baskets to collect your donations. If each audience member donates just $1, you will help us reach our goal. Thank you for your generosity.
Finally, tonight's show is dedicated to music and arts education for their dedication and support.
We hope that you enjoy our production of White Christmas. So sit back, relax, and let yourself go.
Settle down. And now I've got $1 million proposition for you. If there's anything worse than fighting a war on Christmas Eve, it's gotta be our final act.
Private Davis.
Yes, Captain Wallace.
Remember, don't sing until you see the whites of their eyes.
I see 'em.
Then sing. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. While the merry bells keep ringing, may your every wish come true. Happy holiday, happy holiday. May the calendar keep ringing. Happy holidays to you. Say, that's quite a crowd we've got out there. What do you think?
Looks like they've been through a war.
They have been through a war.
Well then, they look pretty good.
While the merry bells keep ringing, may your every wish come true.
Captain Wallace.
Yes, Private Davis.
Do you know how long it's been since I've seen a girl?
No. How long is that, Private?
I don't know, but we're dancing awful close.
May the calendar keep ringing. Happy holidays to you.
All right. Now look, we're all having a good time tonight, right, fellas? Look, I know you're all missing home, so here's one to put you right back in front of the fireplace, sung by our very own Captain Bob Wallace.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Attention!
General Waverly, sir, what the devil is going on here? Don't you men know there's a war going on?
Yes, sir, but it's Christmas Eve, and we thought we'd celebrate.
Attention!
Yes, sir.
At ease. Take off those ridiculous bells.
Just a little Yuletide cheer, you know. The jingle bells and so on.
Davis, if you could march as well as you jingle, this war would be over.
Yes, sir.
Captain Wallace, I believe you're out of uniform.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Yes,
sir. Thank you, sir.
And gentlemen, thank you for the fine show.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Merry Christmas,
Thank you, sir.
So, Christmas Eve, 1944. I don't see any flying reindeer in this little corner of hell tonight. Gentlemen, I have some news for you. The Army has ordered me stateside as of 0100 hours to get this German buckshot taken out of my leg. And if you don't give the new CO as much as you gave Henry Waverly, I may have to come back and fight for the enemy. It has been my great privilege to lead you men. The 151st Division has done America proud. Maybe in a year from now, we'll be celebrating the holidays around a fire with our family and friends. 10 years from now, who knows where we'll be? Let's pray it's a better place. Soldiers, Merry Christmas.
Welcome back to the Ed Sullivan Show, brought to you by the 1954 Lincoln Mercury and Oxidol detergent, the wash day cleanser for that all-American purity. Use Oxidol.
For purity.
And now, America's favorite song and dance team, recording artists and Broadway stars, Bob Wallace and Phil Davis.
Happy holiday, happy holiday. While the merry bells keep ringing, may your every wish come true. Happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday. May the calendar keep ringing. Happy holidays to you. Step as lightly as a feather, let yourself go.
Come, hit the timber, loosen up and start to limber.
Can't you hear that hot marimba? Let yourself go. Let yourself go. Relax and let yourself go.
relax. You got yourself tied up in a knot. The night is cold, but the music's hot. So come on, cuddle closer. Don't you dare to answer no, sir. Butcher, banker, clerk, and grocer. Let yourself go. Let yourself go. Relax and let yourself go. Relax, you got yourself tied up in a knot. The night is cold, but the music's hot. So come, cuddle closer. Don't you dare to answer no, sir. Butcher, banker, clerk, and grocer. Let yourself go. Go, relax, and let yourself go, relax. You got yourself tied up in a knot. The night is cold, but the music's hot. The night is cold, but the music's hot. The night is cold. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. While the merry bells keep ringing, may the calendar keep ringing. Happy holidays to you, to you, to you. Yeah!
Thanks, folks. We're off to Miami to try out our new show.
We'll see you in Florida. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That was a great show, Mr. Wallace.
Thanks, Tessie. Hey, would you tell Scooter to pick up the tempo on that second dance break? And you, I told you to work on the second chorus, not the second chorus, girl.
Oh, guilty as charged.
Telegram, and signature.
Did you set up the train tickets for tonight?
Yes, sir. You and Mr. Davis have a drawing room on the 1 a.m. to Miami.
Good.
And the chorus kids will be down in 2 days for rehearsal.
Great. Thanks, Tess.
Christmas in Florida. I like that.
18 holes and a swim in the sunshine. You'll want to move there.
Hey, 151st Division comes through again. Captain Wallace, Private Davis.
Corporal Sheldrake.
Gee, I wish I was back in the Army. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You think all TV producers got started by finagling black market nylons? This one did. Boys, I've got a $1 million proposition. And once you're back on the show after your Florida tryout, you do a piece of your new review. We broadcast it. Now, how's that sound? Bob, what do you say?
It's a $1 million proposition.
Ah, great. I'll send you all the bump. And hey, fellas, have a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Ralph.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Philly Dilly.
Once we're in Florida, are we gonna work on that new
quote-unquote routine, unquote.
Yeah, honey, yeah. I've got it all worked out.
That last routine did wonders for my sacroiliac. Hiya, Bobby. See you in Florida. And remember, use Oxidol for purity.
Philly Dilly, have you ever considered giving the female sex a breather?
What? And give up show business?
Huh, I don't know what's getting older faster, me or your jokes.
Hey, why don't we go out for a drink before the train?
Whoa.
I heard about this little club downtown.
I smell an angle. Skip the scam, Phil. What do you actually want from me?
Okay. Do you remember Mess Sergeant Frankie Haynes?
Freckle-faced Haynes. The dog-faced boy.
Yeah. His sisters are doing a show in some joint.
This isn't another plan to hook me up with a belly-dancing rocket scientist.
It's a way to find a new sister act. Of course, we could always take Rita and Rhoda along.
Oh, stop. Ever since we were in the Army, you've been trying to fix me up with something female. 10 years now.
You want to know why, Bob?
Let me finish. Tall ones, short ones, dumpy ones. As long as it wears a skirt and it's still breathing, you trot it out.
I'm trying to put a little romance in your life, Bob. I want you to go out and have some fun. Remember fun? I want you to stop being Bob Wallace Incorporated and fall in love. I want you to get married and have 9 children so I can go out and get a massage or something.
Okay, maybe you've got a point there about home. But most of these kids we meet, well, they're young. They're ambitious. They don't want to settle down and raise a family. As for love, no thanks. It's too much like the weather.
You lost me.
Unpredictable, irresponsible, unbelievable, unreliable, ever since the world began. Are Cupid and the Weatherman. Love in the weather, birds of a feather, can't be depended upon. One day it's sunny, next day the sunshine has gone. Love and the weather, always together, planning another surprise, bringing the raindrops just like the tears to your eyes. Any guy with love close by is cozy and warm. Love walks out and kicks a guy right out of the warm into a storm. Moonlight advances, have to take chances. That's what you learn with the dawn. Love in the weather can't be depended upon.
I told Jimmy to put them at a table right down front. I'm so excited. I hope I don't stare at them during the number.
Well, I still don't understand it.
Oh, Betty, will you settle down? We've actually got Wallace and Davis coming to see us.
Yes, but how did Wallace and Davis ever find out about Betty and Judy Haynes?
I don't know. They were in the Army with Frankie. Maybe through Frankie.
Frankie's in Alaska. How did he ever get to Wallace and Davis? I smell a rat here. Maybe the same rat who told his club owner we are his cousins.
I didn't say cousins. I said we went to kindergarten together.
Didn't you hear anything about honesty being the best policy?
Yeah, and I never believed it for a second. Don't you want to get someplace, Betty? Do you want to go on playing dives like this forever?
Oh, honey, I do want you to succeed.
But we're a twosome, remember? I don't succeed if you don't.
But Judy, I don't want you to hold the act together because of me. If you get an offer, or if you find a really great guy.
How can you be so beautiful and yet so insecure? You deserve the offer and the guy.
I don't know about deserve him, but I'm going to grab an umbrella and put on some galoshes when I meet him.
You lost me.
Love and the weather, birds of a feather, can't be depended upon. One day it's sunny, next day the sunshine has gone. Love and the weather, always together, planning another surprise, bringing the raindrops just like the tears to your eyes. Any gal who's Cupid's pal is cozy and warm. Love walks out and kicks our gal right out of the warm into a storm. Moonlight romances have to take chances. That's what you learn with the dawn. Love and the weather can't be depended upon.
Look, Bob, just humor me, will you? We'll go see Frankie's freckle-faced sisters. Maybe the weather will break, the skies will clear, the love of your life will pop out of a puddle. I'll go grab us a cab.
Any guy with love close by is cozy and warm.
Love walks out and kicks our gal right out of the warm
Into a storm, moonlight advances, have to take chances. Rain comes along and they're gone. Love and the weather change from night to dawn. Unpredictable,
irresponsible,
unbelievable,
unreliable.
Love and the weather cannot be depended upon.
Hello there.
Cigar, sir?
I don't know how to smoke, but you can teach me.
Down, boy.
Hiya, Philly. Funny bumping into you here.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry almost Christmas and welcome to the back room at Jimmy's, who is now proud to introduce Betty and Joni.
Judy.
Judy, the Bain sisters.
Haynes.
The Haim sisters.
Sisters, sisters, there were never such devoted sisters. Never had to have a chaperone, no sir. I'm there to keep my eye on her. Caring, sharing, every little thing that we are wearing. When a certain gentleman arrived from Rome, she wore the dress and I stayed home. All kinds of weather, we stick together, the same in the rain or sun. Two different faces, but in tight places, we think and we act as one. Those who've seen us know that not a thing could come between us. Many men have tried to split us up, but no one can. Lord help the mister who comes between me and my sister. And Lord help the sister who comes between me and my man. Sisters, ever-loving sisters. Sister, don't come between me and my man.
Let's hear it for the Haines sisters. I think these kids are going someplace.
Wow. These girls are terrific. We could throw that number right into our new show.
Well, I'll tell you this, they sure don't take after freckle-faced Haynes, the dog-faced boy.
Especially that one. Yikes.
Yeah, that blue-eyed girl is a knockout.
I was talking about the brown-eyed one. But partner, this is why you and me are partners.
A great-looking girl like that probably has a whole string of guys. She's probably married.
So, find out in some charming, roundabout way. Talk to her, Bob.
What do you mean, talk to her?
They'll be here in a second. I invited them for a drink.
You what?
You think I'm sitting here so I can see some more of you?
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Well, I won't say be yourself, so why don't you try to be relaxed? Be natural.
Be natural.
A couple of casual questions, and here they come. Natural, Bob.
Natural.
Am I lopsided? You're gorgeous. Now relax. Talk to them, Betty. Be natural.
Natural.
Hello.
That was a terrific number.
A fantastic number.
How do you do?
My name's Judy Haynes, and this is my sister Betty.
Wallace, Davis, Davis, Wallace.
Oh, we know who you are.
Oh, sit down, sit down. Champagne. Come on, Bob, don't be shy. The formal type. Go, one for Bob. Wonderful. Well, here's looking at you.
Cheers.
Are you married, Miss Haynes?
You know, Bob and I are doing a new review. You two would fit right in if you could make a Wednesday rehearsal in Miami.
Actually, I happen to be single, without any children, which is to say I don't have any children to speak of.
Well, we've got a train to Florida tonight.
It was very nice of you two to find the time.
Sit down. So, rehearsal in Miami?
Too bad we got a train of our own tonight.
We're booked for the holidays in Pine Tree, Vermont.
Oh, Vermont. Where's that? And what's there? Besides good-looking girls.
A lot of snow.
Your brother Frankie wrote us a terrific letter about you.
So that's how you found out about us. Ooh. And isn't that funny? Frankie has exactly the same handwriting as Judy. Even the little faces in the O's.
Just a family resemblance.
Yes, the rat side of the family.
You're kidding. You mean I got taken and I didn't even see it?
Oh, Mr. Davis, I'm so sorry.
Sorry. You were brilliant. Care to dance?
We have a train, Judy.
Oh, shush. The formal type.
Mr. Wallace, I apologize for my sister.
No, Judy didn't do anything wrong. She saw an angle and she worked it.
An angle?
Sure, she played the percentage and she got what she wanted.
Percentages and angles. Isn't that pretty cynical?
Oh, come on, Miss Haynes. There's a little bit of larceny in all of us.
My sister and I do not play angles.
Well, what was this phony letter if not an angle? I'm sorry. Do you mind if I just enjoy my drink?
Oh, please do. Just be sure to sip from the right angle.
Look at those two. They're crazy about each other.
Maybe Bob and I should come up to Vermont. Join you two on that train tonight.
But Bob doesn't want to go to Vermont.
We won't tell him he's going there.
Should be beautiful up there, all that snow.
Can't be half as beautiful as this. The best things happen while you're dancing. Things that you would not do at home come naturally on the floor. For dancing soon becomes romancing when you hold a girl in your arms that you've never held before. Even guys with two left feet come out all right if the girl is sweet. If by chance their cheeks should meet while dancing, proving that the best things happen while you dance.
Well, that was fun. So how are you two doing?
Good.
Terrific.
Great.
Fine.
Well, we'd better get hoofing, partner, if we're gonna catch that train.
Yes, us too.
Tell you what, I'll pick up the tickets and meet you at Grand Central. Don't you worry about a thing. I'll make all the arrangements.
You're suddenly pretty eager.
Hey, we've got work to do. Remember work?
Well, it was a pleasure, Mr. Davis. I hope to see you again very, very soon.
Miss Haynes?
Mr. Wallace, I'd wish you a Merry Christmas, but you probably don't believe in Christmas.
You sure you want to go through with this?
Are you kidding? We've got to get those two together.
But won't Bob be angry going to Vermont when he thinks he's headed to Miami?
I'll take care of Bob. Track 22?
Track 22.
Skis in Florida? Dream on, pal. Well, I don't get it. Tessie said she booked us a drawing room to Miami. A private bar, 2 soft beds, and a bathroom closer than 10 cars away.
Must have been some kind of a snafu with the tickets.
Providence! Providence!
This is like traveling in a ration can with Rip Van Winkle. Aren't these people wearing pretty heavy coats for Florida?
These trains are always cold. Aren't you freezing? I'm gonna complain to the company.
Providence!
Well, you're gonna boil in Miami. Did that guy just say Providence?
Oh, yeah, Providence, Virginia. An old revolutionary town. I think Jefferson came from there. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel I shall play. Mazel tov.
Sit down. Sit down. Keep thinking about those 2 poor girls on their way to Vermont.
Man, it Vermont. Could be beautiful up there. All that snow.
But there's an old barn out back where they put on their pathetic little shows.
You are psychic.
Hey, you guys. Funny thing. Running into you here.
No.
Mr. Wallace, I am so sorry. I really didn't know until just this minute.
So you don't play angles, huh? Shut up!
Well, I never. This is not an angle. This is not my angle. It's my sister's angle, and I'm very ashamed.
Well, you ought to be ashamed. Following us all the way to Florida.
Providence! Arriving Providence, Rhode Island!
Already Providence, Rhode Island! Should have known I was being shanghaied back in New Haven, Delaware.
Might as well settle in, buddy. Oh, come on, just think of it. Vermont. The pine trees, the clean, cold air. Brr! Just what we need to wake us up.
Sure, the snow-covered slopes, skiing and shushing.
Steaming hot cocoa.
It's true, it's very beautiful up there.
Beautiful. It'll be a winter wonderland. Snow.
It won't be long before we'll all be there with snow.
I want to wash my hands, my face, and hair with snow.
Snow. I long to clear a path and lift a spade of snow.
To see a great big man entirely made of
Snow, where it's snowing all winter through. That's where I want to be.
Snowball throwing
How I'm longing to ski through the snow.
Those glistening houses that seem to be built of snow. To see a mountain covered with a quilt of snow.
What is Christmas without snow?
No white Christmas with no
Snow, snow.
It won't be long before we'll all be there with
snow.
I want to wash my hands, my face and hair with
Snow. I love to clear a path and lift a spade of snow.
To see a great big man entirely made of snow.
Where it's snowing, always blue.
That's where I want to be.
Snowball flowing, that's what I'll do. How I'm longing to ski through the snow. Those glistening houses that seem to be built of snow. To see a mountain covered with a quilt of snow.
Ching yourself.
On this Christmas with no snow.
No white Christmas with no snow.
I'll soon be there with snow.
It's gonna snow. I'll wash my hair with snow. It's gonna snow.
And with a spade of snow.
It's gonna snow.
I'll build a man that's made of snow.
It's gonna snow.
I'd like to stay up with you, but I'd recommend a little nap. Go back to sleep.
Go to sleep and dream of snow.
Arriving Pine Tree, Vermont. Temperature 79 degrees.
What?
Are you kidding me? I spent $5,000 to come here, and then I saved my wife's savings for this.
All right, so we don't have any snow.
I expected
I'm
that.
not a snow machine, and I'm not a weatherman either. I'm sorry. Calm down, folks, calm down. It's not a disaster. It's just a heat wave.
In December.
This is Vermont. We're individuals up here.
You said there'd be snow.
Well, Santa promised me a bunny rabbit, and I never got that either.
If I wanted a suntan, I would have gone to San Juan.
Come on, Herbert. Let's go to Saskatchewan.
They're predicting a blizzard, you know. I hope you all get stuck in it. Conformists.
Martha, the mail came in.
The mail. Give me that. Gotta hide these bills from your grandfather.
Why do we have to hide the bills from Grandpa?
Never you mind. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, Lordy. Washington, D.C. Susie, excuse me. Susan. Don't you have some homework you should be doing?
Okay, so I was wrong about the snow.
May I help you? No, you can't have your deposit back. Yes, we have space. You can have any room in the inn, including mine. Signed right here.
Actually, we're not guests. We're your entertainment.
Well, your audience just left. Better chase them. They're moving fast.
Hot cocoa and shushing. I could shush somebody right now. Clean, cold air, brr, just what we need.
Wait a minute, I know your voice. You're Bob Wallace.
Oh, look at that. You see how you touched him?
And Phil Davis. Wallace and Davis? Davis and Wallace? What the hell are you two doing in Pine Tree?
Bringing you the fabulous Haynes sisters. Just wait till you hear them warble.
I'm sorry, we won't be able to use you girls. We'll pay you half salary for canceling, if you don't mind taking most of it in postage stamps.
Well, I can still catch the southbound express. It was a real pleasure, Miss Haynes.
Delighted, Mr. Scrooge.
Martha, where the devil is the mail?
Attention! General Waverly, sir.
At ease, men.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I said at ease.
Oh, yes, sir.
How are you, Captain?
I'm fine, General, but what are you doing up here?
I happen to own this establishment. What's your excuse?
Well, we were just telling your wife.
Oh, no, anything but that. His wife? You just put 10 years on me.
This is Martha Watson, my concierge.
Concierge. At least he doesn't call me sergeant anymore. You know, he once posted a sign, breakfast after calisthenics, 600 hours. In answer to the question, Your Majesty, they brought these gals to sing for the holidays.
They're the sisters of Frankie Haynes, sir.
Freckle-faced Haynes, the dog-faced boy.
Frankie will be so pleased you remembered him.
It's a real honor to meet you, General.
My grandfather is a hero.
I think I hear my granddaughter. Susie's visiting for the holidays from California.
It's Susan, actually.
Yes, the smart one in the family.
The strongest one, too. What is that, a Gutenberg Bible?
I'm writing a report on the American Revolution, and New England is where America began. But I really came for the snow.
Out of the mouths of you-know-who.
Don't make any personal calls. Martha listens at the switchboards.
I do not. I check the connection. Anyway, I already told these girls we'd have to cancel.
Cancel? Why? We gotta stage out that barn, don't we? Something wrong, Captain?
No, sir. Just barn, sir.
We've got a stage, all right, but who are they going to sing to?
We drafted these girls for the holidays, and we'll pay them for the holidays.
That's very generous, but we
Miss Haynes, we're gonna have 2 feet of snow tonight, and be full up tomorrow.
Is that the forecast?
No, it's pig-headedness. If there's one thing the Army taught me, it's to be positive. Especially when I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, Martha, has the mail come in? I'm expecting a letter from Washington.
Washington? No, I haven't seen any letters from Washington.
You mean this letter, Grandpa?
That's the one. As you boys may have noticed, this inn isn't a paying proposition yet. This letter's my ticket. I'm going back into the Army.
Yes, he misses the food. Anyway, let me show you girls up before Light Horse Harry puts you on KP.
Au revoir, my little mountain flower.
This is what I call Christmas.
Anyway, I wrote to my old pal Carlton and applied to active duty. Maybe a training command or posting overseas.
Could I read the letter for you, Grandpa?
Nice and clear, Susie.
Dear Hank, why, you dirty old son
I'll
of...
read that. I'll read that. Dear Hank, etc., etc. I got your very amusing letter. You must be turning into a real practical joker, asking for a post at your ripe age. The rest about his family.
Doesn't the Army want you back, Grandpa?
Not right now, they don't.
But you're a hero, Grandpa. You should write to the President and ask him.
Susie, that's a very good idea, and you can help me write that letter. Good to see you, boys. About face, forward, march.
Poor old guy.
It's that bad, huh?
He sank everything into this place. Pension, life savings. Just look at all these bills. I haven't had the heart to show them to him. The bank sent him a form letter that'd curl your hair. Pay up or you're out.
He doesn't know about that.
Would you tell him? When the war was over, there were jobs galore for the G.I. Josephs who were in the war. But for generals, things were not so grand. And it's not so hard to understand.
What can you do with a general when he stops being a general? Or what can you do with a general who retires?
Who's got a job for a general when he stops being a general?
They all get a job, but a general no one hires.
He walks into an office in answer to an ad. He'll take the job that's offered. The pay is not too bad. They ask his last position. He answers with a punch.
I was a general.
And they ask him out to lunch.
And he has to meet the mob.
But he doesn't get the job.
Nobody thinks of assigning him when they stop whining and dining him.
It seems this country never has enjoyed so many 1 and 2
and 3
and 4-star generals unemployed. Listen, Phil, the old man needs some customers. We could work up a few.
You mean bribe some of the locals?
No, I mean, why don't we bring the chorus up and try the new show out right here?
You know, If you had better legs and some personality, I'd marry you.
Gosh, a Wallace and Davis review would pack the place.
Oh, we'd have to talk to the girls. We're horning in on their gig.
We heard the entire thing. We think it's a terrific idea.
I think so too.
Great, we can headline you two at the top of the second act. Have you got your charts for the band?
Coming right up.
You know, Mr. Wallace, there's this woman here in town who used to be in show business. She sings and dances.
Okay, tell her to send us a picture. Meantime, get me long distance. I have to call New York.
Aye, aye, Captain.
That's Navy.
So court-martial me.
New York? What for?
Sheldrake. He's the contact for the 151st. Ralph's office sends out a letter to get some of the division up here for Christmas, and we buck up the old man.
Wow. You know what I call that?
A $1 million proposition.
We'll take the job of assigning him. Let's start whining and dining him, because this country never has enjoyed so many 1 and 2 and 3 and 4-star generals unemployed. But we've got a job for a general who's retired.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know.
Oh, what are you doing?
Honey, you scared the life out of me.
Where did you get that silly hat?
Never mind. Come on, give me a hand setting up for rehearsal.
I've got to work on my history report.
The American Revolution will still be here tomorrow. We've got show folks coming any minute.
Grandpa says show business is frivolous.
Frivolous? Do you know what Patrick Henry said?
Give me liberty or give me death.
Do you know where he said it?
Where?
On the stage of the Winter Garden Theater. Class dismissed. Ezekiel! Ezekiel Foster!
Yup.
Is everything ready for rehearsal?
Yup.
Who is he?
He came with the barn.
Well, it's a barn, all right.
Wait a moment. Do I smell a piano? Yes, I do. Odeur de Steinway number 5.
Mr. Davis, you don't really smell the piano.
I can detect a spinet at 50 feet.
Don't confuse the child.
Mr. Wallace, this local woman who was in show business, she not only sings and dances.
Oh, tell her to send us a picture.
I can't believe we're performing in an actual barn.
You look better in a barn than most girls look in a Chanel gown.
Maybe it's all this clean, cold air.
Oh, maybe it isn't only this clean, cold air.
You mean?
Oh, I do mean. Yes, do I mean? Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
They sure seem to be getting along.
Unlike us, you mean?
No, well, yes, unlike us. I just thought that you and I might...
Mr. Davis, no need to be polite. Phil and Judy are...
Phil and Judy.
They're Phil and Judy, right. And you and I are...
Bob and Betty.
We're Bob and Betty, exactly. May I? Sometimes the twain wasn't meant to meet.
Sometimes the twain doesn't get out of the station.
Wow.
All right, people, calm down. People, calm down. People, calm down, calm down. I've got rehearsal schedules for the chorus, 3 sets of scene breakdowns. They're labeled A, B, C. We'll pass them out in the dressing room.
Mike, relax. It's just a show.
Just a show, Mr. Wallace? Do you realize you're attempting to stage a Broadway extravaganza in 5 days? And that the stage manager's office is a pigsty? And I mean a real sty? With an actual pig?
Oh, we'll work him into the finale. Right now, I want you all to meet Betty and Judy Haynes.
Hi.
Okay, hold your horses, You'll have plenty of time to meet them all up close.
Hiya, Philly. Oh, Philly Dillio.
Hey, it's the Bobbsey twins.
It's a good thing I forgot my woolens, given how sultry it is up here. As if it ain't hot enough with Philly Dilly around. I was hot all the way up just thinking about you, Phil.
But it ain't the heat.
It's the humidity!
Hi.
Pardon my innuendo, but
Who's she?
I'm sorry. Judy Haynes, Rita, Rhoda.
Roto-Rooter. Hello.
charmed, I'm sure.
As am I.
Well, that makes two of us.
Oh.
Okay, kids, okay, we're doing the show Christmas Eve, and it's just around the corner, so we've got to hustle. Scooter, give me a chord.
Let me
hear the consonants, come on. Yep. Really pulse that, come on. Lift.
What the devil is going on here?
The Broadway Battalion reporting for Christmas duty, sir.
Captain Wallace, what are all these troops?
We call it a cast, sir. The Haynes sisters gave us a spot in their act, so we've invited up a few volunteers.
A few volunteers? This is half the population of Vermont.
Show folks, you know.
No, I don't know. I don't know anything about show business.
Well, the last time you saw a show, it was lit with candles.
Captain Wallace, if you boys are worried about a certain innkeeper, we don't need any charity here at ease.
Well, this isn't charity, sir. This is standard operating procedure.
Well, as I say, I don't understand anything about show business.
We all have our gifts, sir. I'd have never been any good as a general.
You were never any good as a private.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well, I expect all of you to follow regulations. Police the barn and perimeter. Rules for the fire squad are posted. Laundry detail can report to Miss Watson. Lights out at 2200 hours. Your command, Captain. Proceed.
Wow, no wonder we're winning the war with Germany. Rhoda, we already won the war with Germany. Oh, good.
Mr. Wallace, this local woman who was in show business, she was in Walter Winchell's column 15 times.
You keep her on call, Martha.
Sardi's put her picture up in the ladies' room.
Maybe we can use her for the last show.
Ethel Merman once said to her in the wings, she said, "Honey, you are loud." Do you know how loud this woman was?
How loud?
I'm glad you asked me that, Senator. What care I, who makes the laws of the nation? Let those who will take care of its rights and wrongs. What care I, who cares for the world's affairs, as long as I can sing its popular songs.
I know that voice.
Martha the Megaphone Watson.
6 blocks in a row in the Great White Way.
Yeah, but you stopped the show and whoop-de-doo.
Now stand back, Pine Tree. Watson's back in town. Let me sing a funny song with crazy words that roll along. And if my song can start you laughing, I'm happy, happy. Let me sing a sad refrain of broken hearts that loved in vain. And if my song can start you crying, I'm happy. Let me croon a low-down blues to lift you out of your seat. And if my song can reach your shoes and start you tapping your feet, I'm happy. Let me sing of Dixie's charm, Swanee Shore and Mother's arms. And if my song can make you homesick, I'm happy. Just give me a follow spot, that's all I ask. I'm like a sunflower, put a light on me, and I turn. Thank you, boys. Zeke, hit me with some purple lights. Oh, I'm young again. Now drop in a show curtain that's gaudy as all get out. Voila. Now give me a top hat I can waggle and a magic wand with a cane, and I'm happy. Let me croon a low-down blues to lift you
your shoes and start you tapping your feet. I'm happy, let me sing of Dixie's charms, the Swanee shore and mother's arms. And if my song can make you homesick, can start you laughing, can start you crying. Hit it, Dawn. I'm happy. You don't learn that, sweetie. You're born with it.
Can I be born with it?
No.
Somebody get that woman a costume.
Costume? I want a contract. Zeke, kill the spot.
Catch you later, Philly. I'll be the one wearing next to nothing.
Philly dilly o.
Listen, Judy, those girls are my cousins. We went to kindergarten together.
You kids will all be staying out in the ski lodge.
Which way's the ski lodge?
I'm glad you asked me that, Senator. One more time. Let me show you where that is, and I'm happy.
Dear God, please bless Grandpa this Christmas, and bless Mommy and Daddy, and the entire state of California, especially Pasadena. But please remember to bless Grandpa most of all. I'll even give up snow, though frankly I'd rather not. Amen.
Say there, Miss Susan. What are you doing wandering around this late at night? It's past bedtime.
It's all right, Mr. Wallace. I'm on Pacific time. I'm 3 hours behind.
Your grandfather put you on military time if you're not careful. Come on.
I haven't been sleeping so well in Vermont anyway.
Why is that? Are you homesick? Have you got something on your mind?
No, just the usual day-to-day concerns and stuff.
Those day-to-day concerns are killers, all right.
Mr. Wallace, is Grandpa really going back into the Army?
I don't know. He might sometime.
Could I go into the Army with him?
You could volunteer, but you might be on the short side.
Mr. Wallace, is Grandpa very unhappy?
Yeah, Susan, I think he is.
I wish there was some way I could help him. Oh, I love him so much, Mr. Wallace.
Well, you just tell him. That might be all the help he needs.
I want to. I almost did today, but I'm kind of scared of him.
Aw, don't worry. He used to scare 6,000 grown men at a time. Now, you go on and get to sleep.
But how can I? All I think about is Grandpa.
No, it's easy. You try the Bob Wallace way. When I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. When my bankroll is getting small, I think of when I had none at all, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. I think about a nursery and I picture curly heads, and one by one I count them as they slumber in their beds. If you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep counting
Night, Captain.
Good night, sir.
Another insomniac.
Yeah, there seems to be a whole club of us out here.
That was very beautiful, what you told her.
It's just common sense is all.
You can't take a compliment, can you?
Nope, never could.
Look, Bob, I think you're staying here and trying to help out the general. Well, I think it's one of the most decent and unselfish things I've ever seen.
You talk about decent, try the old man. I once saw him lift a guy out of a burning Jeep and run with him 50 yards under fire. I'm just a piker compared to that.
You don't really believe all that about angles and percentages, do you? A little bit of larceny. You put up a good show, though.
Old habits, I guess. You see, in the neighborhood I grew up in, larceny was the only thing going around. And I joined the army, and, well, I found out different. I met people like the general. Guys who'd put their lives on the line for you, no questions
I
asked.
found that in show business. Those kids who came up here today.
A bunch of big hearts, all right. Well, I should get some shut-eye, if I can.
Oh, it's really very simple. Just try the new Betty Haynes method. If I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep, and I fall asleep counting my blessings.
If you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep, counting your blessings.
Good night, Bob.
See you around the mess hall.
Good morning, the Ed Sullivan Show. I'm sorry, Miss Clooney, but he's not in. Good morning, the Ed Sullivan Show. Joe Jimenez. I'm sorry, Senor Jimenez, but he's not in. Good morning, the Ed Sullivan Show. I'm sorry, Miss Kilgallen, but he's not in. Good morning, the Ed Sullivan Show. 1 moment, please.
Hello? Mr. Banks! Now, let me get this straight, Mr. Banks. Your client refuses to go on after Topo Gigio, the lovable Italian mouse. May I remind you that Topo is an American institution. May I also remind you that your client is Slinky the Seal. He juggles balls and catches fish and doesn't know a thing about comedy. Well, would he mind following Senor Wences and his talking box?
See, follow me.
Well, fine. I'll talk to Topo. You talk to Slinky. We'll talk. Goodbye. Ethel?
Yes, Mr. Seltrick?
Did you send out those letters to the guys from the 151st about going up to this inn for Christmas?
Yes, sir.
Great, you're a peach. Oh, and could you get me the Columbia Inn? I need Bob Wallace on the line, please.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Columbia Inn. Weather? Yes, we have plenty of weather. Come on up and see it. Good morning, Columbia Inn. Do we have entertainment? And if my song can start... Hello? Hello? Good morning, Columbia Inn.
Morning, Captain Wallace.
This is not Captain Wallace, this is Martha Watson.
Martha Washington.
Watson.
Oh, Watson. Didn't think I was that old.
Neither did I.
Well, say, this is Ralph Sheldrake in New York.
Oh.
Could you pass a message to Bob Wallace for me? Tell him our secret scheme is going great.
Secret scheme?
Yes, about this inn up there, the Columbia Inn. The whole company will be up there to take it over Christmas Eve.
A company is taking over the inn?
Entire division's been alerted. Old man will never know what hit him. And say, could you pass this to Bob? Quote, this is $1 million proposition.
$1 million? But Mr. Sheldrake,
Oh, don't worry. Bob will know what I mean. But say, Martha, could you keep this on the QT, please?
Of course, but Mr. Sheldrake...
great. You're a peach.
Bob's got a company. Oh my gosh, he's trying to buy up the inn!
No! Stop! Again from the top. A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Can we lift this pipe? Can we please lift this pipe? Ezekiel Foster.
Yup.
Do you realize we are in a crisis?
Yup.
A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Morning, Mike. Did you say something about a crisis?
Put on a show in 5 days. Why not? They said God took a week.
Everything's faster now.
Eddie! Has anybody seen Eddie Splits?
One more time.
Morning, sweetheart. Are we friends again?
I don't know we ever stopped.
Oh, Philly Dilly!
Don't press your luck.
We came up with some new costumes for the show. What do you think?
Girls, this is a family show. We've got to try and keep it clean.
We already thought of that. How's this for the kids? We're bells! Ding dong! Ding dong!
I'll go talk to wardrobe.
The wardrobe is that way.
Oh.
Morning. Eddie!
Morning. You sure look bright-eyed today.
You might say Santa came early this year.
If you're talking about Santa Bob Wallace, it couldn't have happened to a nicer girl.
We had a long talk last night. Oh, Judy, I didn't think they made guys like that anymore.
Happy holidays, sister.
What's this pipe still doing here?
Oh, Betty, there's a telegram for you from New York.
For me? Quite a day.
From the Regency Room at the Imperial. Stop. Can you come immediately? Stop. Solo engagement. You name the terms. Stop. Signed, what are you waiting for? We're the Regency Room.
What did you do? Hold it up to the light?
That's for amateurs. I use steam.
5 minutes, ladies. 5 minutes. People, 5. I'm gonna kill that, Eddie.
Too bad you'd have to give up Pine Tree to take this job. Are you gonna take this job?
What? And give up Pine Tree?
Oh, you are so honorable. Too bad everybody around here isn't as honorable as you.
Anybody in particular?
I shouldn't tell you this, but I got a call from a Mr. Sheldrake, a friend of Bob's. Sounded like some big real estate man. Betty, they're scheming to buy up the inn.
They're what?
Our secret plan is going great, he says. Says to me he's got a whole company ready to take over the inn. On Christmas Eve, no less. The old man will never know what hit him, he says. Oh, and then he tells me it's $1 million deal, and he swears me to silence.
That's not possible.
They're not even going to warn the old coot. Just kick him in the drawers.
Bob couldn't be involved in something like that.
If I'm wrong, I'll resign as president of the New England chapter of Busybodies Anonymous.
Martha! Grandpa found all the bills you've been hiding. Is he angry?
Jupiter, I'm in trouble now.
What are we going to do?
Honey, there's only one honorable thing to do. We're gonna hide.
Can we lift this pipe? Can we please lift this pipe? And where's that Eddie?
Morning, Miss Haynes. How'd you sleep? I didn't sleep a wink myself. You up one of the best nights of my life. Hey, what's the matter?
You got a message from Mr. Sheldrake. It seems your secret scheme is working out.
Beautiful, beautiful.
$1 million deal, huh?
$1 million proposition. That's old Ralphie. Boy, how's this for a great little angle?
Brilliant.
This ought to help the old man.
Help him? Is that what you call it?
Sure, this'll take the load right off him.
A little bit of larceny in all of us.
Oh, this'll put larceny out of business. Say, you'll keep this under your lid, won't you?
I can't believe you'd have the gall to... Excuse me.
Hey, what's all this?
Oh, don't let me interfere with the business plans of the great Bob Wallace.
Say,
and I have a telegram to answer.
If this is about last night...
I'd rather not discuss that.
It was just a little kiss. There's nothing to feel guilty about.
Look who's talking about guilt.
Am I supposed to feel guilty about something?
Are we finished? Is that all, Mr. Wallace?
Yeah, that's all, Miss Haynes.
Martha, where the devil is that woman?
Places? Is everyone in costume?
Paging Mr. Wallace, you're numbered, Mr. Wallace.
Phil, have you ever figured out women?
Yeah, they have long hair and they're smarter than we are. Next question.
Forget it, pal. Listen, we got word from Ralph. Letters went out to the 151st to get some of the division up here for Christmas and buck up the old man. We are solid.
Great. Okay, boys and girls, here we go. Now, let's lift this pipe.
I was blue, just as blue as I could be. Every day was a cloudy day for me. Then good luck came a-knocking at my door. Skies were gray, but they're not gray anymore. Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on.
Blue skies smiling at me.
Smiling at me.
Nothing but blue skies.
Blue skies do I see. Can't you hear those bluebirds singing a song?
Singing nothing but blue.
Happy bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shine so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, how they fly. Them gone, them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on.
Martha, Grandpa's chasing you.
I know, honey, I know, but I can't talk to Grandpa right now.
What are you doing? Get off my stage! Get off my stage! Looking good, everyone. And passe, passe.
Martha! Martha, where's the devil?
Christmassy. Singing a song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies, nothing but blue skies, nothing but blue skies from now on, from now on, from now on. From now on.
Martha, what is the meaning of all these bills?
From now on.
Blackout.
As a child, I went wild when a band played.
How I ran to the man when his hands swayed.
Clarinets were my pets.
And a slide trombone I thought were simply divine. But today, when they play, I could hiss them.
Every bar is a jar to my system. But there's one musical instrument that I call mine. I love a piano, I love a piano. I love to hear somebody play upon a piano, a grand piano. It simply carries me away. I know a fine way to treat a Steinway. I love to run my fingers o'er the keys, the ivories,
and with the pedal, I love to meddle, not only music from Broadway.
I'm so delighted if I'm invited to hear a long-haired genius play. So you can keep your fiddle and your bow. Give me a P-I-A-N-O-O-O.
I love to stop right beside an upright,
or a high-toned baby grand.
a piano, a grand piano. It simply carries me away. I know a fine way to treat a Steinway. I love to run my fingers over the keys, the ivories, Mr. Meadow. I love to meddle with music from Broadway. I'm so delighted to hear a long-haired genius play. Keep your fiddle and your bow, give me a Piano. I'm going to start right beside an upright or a high-tone baby grand.
Mr. Davis, can I be in the show? I've been watching and it doesn't look too hard.
But Susan.
Susie's fine, or if you want, you can call me Broadway Sue.
Judy, costume change. You and Betty have your number in 10 minutes.
Oh, that's right. So, Mr. Davis, can I be in the show?
Broadway Sue, don't you have a history report to write?
What, and give up show business? Don't forget, this is my grandfather's barn.
You're not a performer. You're a producer.
Ooh, what does a producer do?
Anything they want. But first, they do their homework. Go on, Broadway Sue, take off your costume. Show's over.
I like the costume, Susie.
A lot of good it did me. Guess I'll have to go to my dressing room and have a scene.
10 minutes! 10 glorious minutes! Set up for Betty and Judy's number.
Shazam! Hubba hubbiferous.
Sorry, Phil. No chance. You're already taken.
Taken? What do you mean by taken?
What do you mean? What do they mean? They mean taken, as in taken.
I know what taken means. I was just wondering what taken really means.
Forget about this word taken and remember us. And me. Remember me, your little mountain flower?
Look, Judy, maybe you and I need some time apart.
But we're locked in a barn in Vermont.
Judy, I think you'd better go talk to Betty. She's packing for New York.
Packing? Why?
You know, I happen to be a free man.
Uh-oh.
You and I will talk later on.
Uh-oh.
Martha!
Uh-oh.
Martha, I'm still waiting for an explanation about those bills.
That was quite a mess you left me. I should have made you clean it up.
I'm still waiting.
I did it for your own good. Because I thought if I put my brain to it, I could get this place out of the red and you into the pink again. And if that's not a good enough explanation, you can shove it up your vacuum cleaner and turn it on high.
Say, what's going on today?
Nothing!
Uh-oh.
Yup.
Yup.
Mr. Foster, may I have a word with you? Can you please stop saying, yup? I'm used to a union crew, a Broadway theater, and a professional staff. Instead, I've Hey Where It Doesn't Belong, and Mr. Pig, my office mate, just ate the finale. Now, don't just stand there. Do something.
I love a piano. I love a piano. I love a piano.
Ezekiel!
I love a...
But we have a contract here.
I have to leave. Judy, I thought you'd understand.
Without any explanation?
It was something that was told to me in confidence.
You can't break a confidence, but you can go play out from the Regency room. It's a big break. I'm glad you got it, but whatever happened to Miss Honesty's best policy? Did she turn into Mussolini all of a sudden?
Honey, it just breaks my heart.
Aren't you in love with Bob?
I thought I was.
What did he do to drive you off like this?
Let's just say Bob's not the man I thought he was.
What man ever is?
Well, he got my hopes up.
Bob's the most decent guy on earth. Unlike his partner.
Hey,
we're busy.
Now what the devil's all this about leaving? Oh, good Lord, I'm even talking like the old rooster.
It's about Bob and Betty, and maybe Phil and Judy too.
Well, when you get involved with a song and a dance, man, that's just what you get. A song and a dance. I learned that from the 23 horn players I went out with. Scum. Every last one of them.
I'd go with you, Betty, but I want to stick around and tear Phil's head off.
Well, I say congratulations.
Congratulations?
This is America, sisters. Celebrate your freedom. You got nothing to lose but your girdles. Crocodile tears will not be shed. They're not for a lady like I can recall what my aunt said when she married for the 20th time. Falling out of love can be fun after love is over and done. It's an awful blow, but although it's upsetting, so much you can do while you're forgetting. Falling out of love can be fun. Can be fun. But when you find your lover has gone,
When you find your lover has gone,
get your second wind and go on.
Get your second wind and go.
There's an old affair that is there for renewing. In your grief, do you know what you're doing? Falling out of love can be fun.
Your lovers have parted, but don't be broken-hearted.
Soon you'll be swinging in a hammock on a porch.
Swinging, swinging, swinging.
One arm wrapped around someone else, the other one carrying the torch.
What were you thinking?
Love can give a lady a clout, and she may be down but not out. Get yourself a date, don't you wait till the count of 10.
Then falling out of love can
can be falling in love again. Falling out of love can be fun to tell. Someone else may soon be the one. Like hell. By another name, he's the same as his brother. Close your eyes and one is like the other. Falling out of love can be fun. He's like his brother, one is like the other. If he leaves you after you're wet, high and dry, and the storm is over your head, me oh my, soon you're gonna be with a she or a laddie. Smile as you go shopping for a daddy. Falling out of love can be fun. Soon you'll be losing all your troubles and your feet. One eye winking at someone else, the other eye filling up with tears.
Daddy, Judy. Bob wants you on stage for your number right away.
So he's demanding our presence now.
Oh, isn't that just like a man?
Susan, you go tell him to take a long walk off of a high ski jump.
Okay.
When you find your love and romance gets a sudden kick in the pants, get yourself surrounded and bounded with lots of men. Then, falling out of love can be falling in love again and again and again and again. Falling out of love can be falling in love again and again and again and again and again.
Have any of you ladies seen the Haynes sisters? Bob, I've looked everywhere. Their room, the game room, the ladies' room, the milking room. I cannot find them. Has anybody seen Betty and Judy Haynes?
I think I'll turn him into an opera.
Just add a title.
You know, Bob, we gotta set these lights for the girl's number. The band goes off in 10 minutes. If we don't do it now, we're not gonna.
Say, do any of you girls know this routine?
Okay, buddy. Guess we've got no choice. Girls, some assistance.
Do you mean what I think you mean?
Uh-huh. Ezekiel, hit us with number 17. Surprise Pink.
Oh, no, not the surprise pink.
Sisters, sisters, there were never such devoted sisters. Never had to have a chaperone, no sir. I'm there to keep my eye on her. Caring, sharing, every little thing that we are wearing.
When a certain gentleman arrived from Rome,
she wore the dress and I stayed home.
All kinds of weather, we stick together, the same in the rain or sun. Two different faces, but in tight places, we think and we act as one.
Those who've seen us know that not a thing could come between us.
Many men have tried to split us up, but no one can.
Lord help the mister who comes between me and my sister. And Lord help the sister who comes between me and my man. Sister, ever love a sister.
Remember how you told me to have fun?
Yeah,
well, I'm having it.
Sister, don't come between me and my man.
At ease, men.
Oh, how are you, Afternoon, General. We were just testing the fans.
We're not really in this number.
He made me do this.
Union rules. All right, dismissed.
Mr. Wallace, I have a secret, but I can't tell you.
Well, are you gonna tell me the secret now or later?
Betty just left for New York. Judy drove her to the station.
New York? What for?
She says you're not the man she thought you were, but I bet she'd reconsider.
So that's what she thinks, huh?
Meanwhile, she said you should walk off a ski jump.
Oh.
Actually, Captain, Miss Haynes got a telegram.
What did it say? Bob Wallace isn't the man you thought he was. Leave town.
Well, I took the liberty of borrowing the wire. Have a look for yourself.
The Regency room. Well, I like that. Dumping Vermont for the big time.
Captain, I think you're making a tactical error
All
here.
that high-minded talk. What a lot of guff.
Bob, I think you just got confused somehow. One of the jobs of a commanding officer is knowing how to assess people. In my assessment, Miss Haynes doesn't have an ounce of guff in her. I think she's in love with you, you're in love with her, and there's been some kind of misunderstanding. And if you don't go off and chase her, you're a damn fool.
I think so, too.
General, can you arrange a car to take me to New York?
It's already waiting outside.
You know, sister, you are a prize.
Wait till you hear me sing. What care I?
Later, Susie.
Have a safe trip, buddy.
Good luck, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Regency room at the Manhattan's Imperial Hotel wishes you the happiest of holiday seasons. And now on our first solo, New York engagement, Miss Elizabeth Haynes.
By me, you planned a romance that just hadn't a chance, and I'm through. Love, you didn't do right by me. I'm back on the shelf, and I'm blaming myself, but it's you. My one love affair didn't get anywhere from the start. To send me a Joe who had winter and snow in his heart wasn't smart. Love, you didn't do right by me, as they say in the song. You've done me wrong.
How much do I love you? I'll tell you no lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How many times a day do I think of you? How many roses are sprinkled with dew? How far would I travel to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to a star? And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry? How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky?
Didn't get anywhere from the start. To send me a Joe who had winter and snow in his heart. Wasn't smart, oh love. You didn't do right by me, as they say in the song. You done me wrong. Hey, Mr. Love, you done me
That's a great song for you.
Thanks. It's taken from life. Excuse
Betty,
me.
I'm kind of confused, to tell you the truth.
Look, Bob, I talked this all over with Judy.
Whoa, what about talking it over with me or Phil? What about the cast you left in the lurch up in Vermont? You don't want them to think you're underhanded, do you?
Underhanded? You talk about underhanded?
That's a pretty mysterious remark.
I can't even speak to you. I'm so angry.
Look, if I said or did something wrong, I'd like to set it right. I just want to know what it is.
If you don't know by now, I can't explain it.
Now I'm totally lost.
Evening, Bob. It's a good thing I ran into you.
Glad you could make it. Betty Haynes, this is Ralph Sheldrake.
I'm sure glad Bob called me in to see your act. Wow, you are TNT, Miss Haynes.
Ralph and I were in the Army together. Now he works for the Ed Sullivan Show.
The Ed Sullivan Show? I thought you were in real estate.
No, I'm only a humble TV producer. Anyways, I was just talking to Ed about you, Miss Haynes. He wants to book you on the show. Now, how's that for $1 million proposition?
$1 million proposition?
Folks out there will never know what hit them. But say, Bob, I haven't heard from half the guys. I think our letters got stuck in the holiday mail.
That's a tough break. Say, do you think Ed'll give me a spot on his show tomorrow?
Sure, I can cut Kate Smith down to 3 choruses of God Bless America.
I'm sorry, you're not in real estate.
No, I'm not.
And Bob, you called him down to see me even though I left your show?
You're good. That's all I know. Look, if a solo act is what you want, well then take it. But say, I've got to scoot. Ralph, I'll see you in the studio tomorrow. And Betty, take care. Good luck.
It's a cool thing, a star like Bob Wallace doing something like this for the General. We sent out over 600 letters just trying to get this thing set up.
There are a few things you'll have to explain to me, Mr. Sheldrake.
He'll follow the old man wherever he wants to go, long as he wants to go, opposite to the foe. We'll stay with the old man wherever he wants to stay.
Thanks, folks. You hear that song? We'll follow the old man wherever he wants to go. We used to sing that song to General Henry Waverly in the 151st Division, and I'm here tonight with a special call to the division. You see, the General could use some company this Christmas. I know it's asking a lot, going to Vermont with your families for the holidays, but the way I remember it, that's what Christmas is all about. A lot of us wouldn't be alive today if it weren't for the General, so we'd be giving just about the nicest gift to the greatest guy we'll ever know.
Because we love him,
Especially when he keeps us on the ball. And we'll tell the kiddies we answer duties all. We're the grandest son of a soldier of them all.
Cannot dance in these shoes.
Well, are you sure it's the shoes?
Is the gown ready?
You fix the gown.
Of course.
Any word from Bob yet?
Not a thing. His hotel said he left New York in the middle of the night.
Well, he's only got 3 hours to showtime.
Holiday traffic, folks. Happy Christmas Eve.
Any luck, Bob? Did you see Betty?
Oh, I saw her all right.
Yes. And?
What happened?
I couldn't budge her. She won't come back. I just don't get it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bob.
Anyway, how's everything looking up here?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad.
What is that? I hope it's not obscene.
It's where the engagement ring's gonna go, right there.
She got me drunk. She clubbed me over the head. Next thing I knew, boom!
Things sure happen fast in Vermont.
Yeah, we're renaming it the Sunshine State.
Well, that's great. That's terrific. Congratulations, you two.
Mr. Wallace, Mr. Davis, I've been working on my number.
Okay, Susie, you've beat us into submission. Show us your number.
Stand back, Pine Tree. Susan's back in town. Let me sing a funny song with crazy words that roll along. Yeah, and if my song can start you laughing, I'm happy. I'm like a sunflower. Put a light on me, and I turn. Martha, look, I'm young again. Now drop a show curtain as gaudy as all get out. And I'm happy. Let me sing of Daisy's charms, Swanee shore and mother's arms. And if my song can make you homesick, can start you laughing, can start you crying.
Honey, you were born with it.
Did I tell you she was terrific? As her manager, I demand 6 figures. No, 12 figures.
Martha! There's the old man, Martha. Don't forget.
I know. Operation Uniform.
Front and center, Miss Watson. I want to talk to you.
You know what your problem is, Grandpa? You need to learn to count your blessings instead of sheep. And you'll be happy.
This whole place seems to have gone insane. Martha, where are all my suits?
I sent them to the cleaners.
All of them. On Christmas Eve.
Oh, don't worry about the show. You can wear your uniform tonight.
No, I will not wear my uniform.
Then you'll wear your undershorts, and you'll make quite the picture. People won't be able to tell you from the Christmas tree stand.
I got along very well in the army without you.
Yeah, but it took 17,000 men to take my place. And you are wearing your uniform tonight.
You know what you're acting like right now? You're acting like a wife.
Well, I've had enough practice. We fight all the time, and we sleep in different rooms. People think we are married.
Afternoon, General.
Ezekiel.
Martha.
Zeke.
Merry Christmas.
And God bless us. Blah, blah, blah.
Been hearing that all day. I got a package for Mr. Wallace and a special delivery for you, sir, from Washington, D.C.
From Washington?
Yup. It says so right there in the corner. We don't get many of those. Well, wind's coming up. Better light a fire tonight. Happy holidays.
Bah humbug.
I'm hearing a lot of that, too. See you.
Good Lord.
What? The Pentagon found that tank you stole?
They want me back. The president pulled the strings. I've been posted to Europe. I can ship out after the holidays.
Henry, that's wonderful. I'm so glad for you, really. So glad.
You're not gonna cry on me, are you?
No, I'm not going to cry. It's my astigmatism acting up. Now, you see that? You can wear your uniform tonight after all.
I don't know where all the medals are.
I'll find them. I'll find them. You're absolutely hopeless, I swear.
Merry Christmas, old man.
Oh, likewise, pal, likewise.
Aw, a toboggan.
You know, Phil, you were right not too long ago about putting some romance in my life. I had a great shot with Betty. I don't even know how I blew it.
Well, hey, you didn't open this.
What is that?
I don't know. It just said, for Bob.
How far would I travel to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to a star?
I thought you were in New York.
This is the only place I want to be tonight. Bob, I'm sorry. I was so wrong.
I thought I'd never see you again. But Merry Christmas, Betty.
Merry Christmas, Bob. How much do I love you?
How much do I love you?
I'll tell you
I'll
no
tell you no lie.
How deep is the ocean?
How high is the sky?
And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry?
How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky?
Plate! Oops. Sorry. Places, Bob. Welcome home, Betty. It's magic time, people. Places for the top of the show. Places.
What are you doing? I just want to...
Get out there!
I just want to sit in the audience like any normal...
Soldiers, attention!
Marching correct.
We'll follow the old man wherever he wants to go, long as he wants to go, opposite to the foe. We'll stay with the old man wherever he wants to stay, as long as he stays away from the battle's fray. Because we love him, especially when he keeps us on the wall. And we'll tell the kings we answer duty's call, with the grandest son of a soldier of them all.
Your troops are assembled, sir. The 151st Division salutes you.
Lieutenant Boyle. Corporal Sanchez. And is that freckle-faced?
Frankie Hayden, sir. He flew in from Fairbanks this morning.
Dog face. Haynes, you look as good as ever.
Thank you, General.
So, Christmas Eve, 1954. And isn't this a fine gift? Trying to give an old soldier a taste of his former glory. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have some news. President Eisenhower has invited me back into active duty.
No way.
But, backward is a way a soldier does not go. And the fact is, I'm not a soldier anymore. I'm an innkeeper. A proud innkeeper, but a very bad innkeeper, with all the chance for glory right here in Pine Tree, and I didn't even see it. I just had to learn to count my blessings instead of sheep. My friends, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Dismissed, or as they say in the theater, on with the show.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Folks, if you know the words, feel free to sing along. Once more, maestro, from the top. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know.
Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Grandpa, Martha! It's snowing! It's snowing!
Open the barn doors.